All right.
Okay, so the controller works.
Hello. Interesting. I don't know if I'll probably just stick to keyboard and mouse, but maybe I don't know. Is it starting? There it is. Scenes here. Alright, I think my heart rate thing's working now.
Welcome back.
I think I got my heart rate thing working now. It's at 91 beats per minute.
Are you okay,
93.
Cash?
I am drinking an energy drink. Does that mean anything? Wake me up?
I think a little bit. It looks like the push to talk is probably a lot easier with the controller. It's just L1
well,
and R1.
yeah, so there's... Okay, is that what it is? I think it's like V and B or something. I gotta figure out how
V in space.
V in space. Okay. Not the controls. Oh, it's still V and B for me. You must have reset yours.
I
What's
guess that
my...
makes sense.
What audio is it using? What microphone? Test, test. I don't know if my audio is working in game. Test. 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 Test, test, test. Test.
I hear you. I don't know what
Yeah,
the...
well, I know you hear me in Discord, but I don't know if it's going into the game. I'll try to make a lobby. I don't know if I can still go into the settings once we get in the same lobby,
Looks like
maybe.
there are others out there in need of help.
How do I make... I see join... Okay, create lobby. I'm putting an invite code in our Discord. Think I created a lobby? And then once you get in the game, we can test if our... Okay, I think my microphone's working in game.
I think I'm gonna have to use mouse and keyboard because I don't think there's any way to fix the sensitivity on the stick.
Yeah, I'm doing mouse and keyboard.
That's pretty sad because it's pretty cool. Hmm. Aren't there reasons that we would use local versus global? Global is like the
Well,
walkie-talkie, right?
yeah, right. Um,
In global, I think everything can hear,
yeah.
but
I'm
local,
not.
I guess the only reason for that is to help a friend locate you, maybe?
Well, if you're playing with like more than two people, it might make more sense because then you can talk to just the one person near you and not the person on the other side of the map. But with it just you and me, I don't know if it really makes much of a difference.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
like
I don't think
certain
I've ever
things
really
you
used the the local one.
you might need to use the local when you're talking like to the ghost or whatever. I don't know if the walkie-talkie will still work too. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. My watch is at like 75% battery when starting this. We'll see how long the battery lasts. It's updating the heart rate every second, so let me know when you try to join my lobby.
Okay, I'm trying to fix my push to talk.
All right. I think you can change it after you join the lobby still, so. Once I created the lobby, there was like a little microphone icon in the corner that was letting me know if it's working or not.
Okay.
Actually, I think the push to talk's a toggle. Toggle it on, toggle it off. It's not a hold.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's an option.
Hang on. I gotta.
Okay, there's push to talk or toggle. I think I'll keep it on push to talk. I have no idea if it's working now though. I don't know. I'll know once you hop in the lobby.
How do I? Okay. Oh, there you are.
Oh, what just happened? Do you see this like ring on the floor and stuff?
No.
Hmm.
How do
I
you
guess
know
it's
if
just
your
me.
mic's working?
Do you hear me in game?
Yes, but how
Testing.
do I know if mine works?
Mute yourself in the Discord.
I thought you said there was like a icon or something.
That's only when I had toggle. The icon went away once I turned it to push to talk. Alright, I hope you can still hear me in game. I don't know if I... Can you hear me? Oh. I cannot hear you if you can hear me. I'm gonna hop back in the Discord and make sure you can hear me. Hey, could you hear me in the game? I'm on Discord now. I do not hear you in the game.
I could hear you the whole time, Cash.
Alright,
I'm gonna
alright. So it's just...
and try to figure it out.
Sounds good. Yeah, make sure you have the right microphone set. And it should tell you there's a bar, there's like a blue bar that turns green that tells you if your microphone's working. How's it going? You figuring it out? Still don't hear you yet.
I think I fucked up my push to talk altogether.
Bust up your push to talk. I don't know what to say. It's not that hard. There's like two settings you need to know. The microphone and the voice input mode. Do you have the right microphone selected? And the push to talk is probably still like V or B or spacebar, whatever you have it in the game. Are you using the right push to talk button? You have to use the in-game button.
I was trying to use my foot switch, and this is
That's
me
your
talking
problem.
through Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't get the foot switch to work?
I'm using V and B. I didn't change the in-game controls.
Ugh. Okay.
You might
I
have,
remember having this issue last
um, if you want to try to use it, you might have to change your foot switch to like V rather than change the in-game control to like scroll lock or whatever you're using. Actually, I'm gonna set my mouse button to V and B. Going into my mouse settings.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I heard you. I heard you. Sorry, I clicked out of the game. I did hear you. I don't hear you right now, though. Ooh, excuse me. Alright, I think I got it so I can do my mouse as the push to talk. I assume you can hear me right now. Don't you love tech issues? I'm gonna run an ad while we're waiting here. Get rid of pre-rolls.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Do you hear me?
So, does the global one not work right now?
It might not work in the lobby. I've been using the local. I think unless they changed it, that's how it used to be.
Okay.
Right, so you got it working. At least the local working.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the global should be just a different button. whatever you have it set to. So, alright, now we can actually kind of get started.
Alright.
So, yeah, this is the new lobby or whatever. It's totally different. You, yeah, the truck's kind of different, and you can walk into it beforehand. I mean, it's mostly the same. I think how all the items are on the shelf are different.
Interesting.
And there's some more maps. The journal is kind of different. Y- we can now like vote on which, both of us can select which map we want to play and kind of like vote on it.
Oh, is this contracts like Assassin's Creed?
No, it's contracts like we're a business and we're contracted out to investigate Ghost.
I see.
So, in the top right, it says the number of rooms and floors. So, I think we either start with this Camp Woodwind on the bottom right or the 6 Tanglewood Drive on the top left. Those are like the two smallest. And we can start in amateur mode too. Difficulty.
I prefer amateur. Yeah, let's do
Alright.
an easy one.
I think, let's see, this right, yeah, this little TV screen's here, how you buy stuff and add items.
I still got my old money.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, there's a loadout and shop. Um,
Looks like a
like,
lot of the same loadout.
yeah, you might want the stronger flashlight. So the main equipment we get one of by default, and then if you want additional ones, then you have to buy more. Not sure how it all works.
I'm confused. I have a lot of the stuff it says already. Right? Like I have numbers next to my
Yeah,
stuff
yeah, I have
saying
numbers
what
next
I
to some of
have.
mine. Did I just add?
I don't
I'm not.
understand it.
I don't quite understand it either. Okay, I think I maybe get it now. I think I just bought some stuff. Wait, and then what did I do? And then I clicked add? Did I? No, now it's gone. Oh, now it's Now it's on the equipment list on the left. So we have 2 video cameras. Dots projector. Wait, I thought I added the strong flashlight. Maybe I didn't.
Alright, do you understand any of this? Because I don't.
I think I might have just figured it out.
Cash?
I think I might have just figured it out.
How does it work?
You just kind of select what you want and then you click add. And if you don't have it, you can click buy. And after you click add, it'll like go to 0. And if you get out of that screen, it shows up in the equipment list here on the left. Try buying a strong flashlight and adding it. I think that's like the only thing we need. Because right now we only have 1 out of 4.
I added one, I thought.
Well, I'll try to
I
add
have to hit
another one.
add, and then do I have to hit buy?
If you don't have any, you have to hit buy. It should say like 1 out of 1 or something on the right, and then when you hit add, it goes to 0 out of 1.
Mine just says flashlight 1 out of 4.
Okay. That means you have 1 that you could add. So this is like the loadouts. You can select everything you want and like save it as a preset, and then just click add once to add it each game. Or you can go to the shop tab and buy individual stuff and add it. I think. I'll just try adding another flashlight. Just...
I am so confused still.
Struggling to add another flashlight. How's it going, Mighty? Playing Overwatch 2 right now? How is that game? I haven't looked at it yet. Yeah, I don't understand. I've been trying to add another flashlight. Maybe it just doesn't show
Me
up on the
too.
list on the left. It says I have 2 out of 2 strong flashlights, so it might have worked.
Alright.
It's very
Ready to just try it? Because I'm
very
so
similar to
confused.
Valorant, but still fun and takes skill.
This is
Yeah,
not
yeah,
intuitive at all.
I think I'm starting to get it, but yeah, let's just play with what we got.
Alright.
I haven't played much Valorant. Well, actually, I haven't played any
Ooh,
Valorant.
I'm a higher level.
It is free. I know there was like what wasn't there, or was that a different game? Wasn't there like server issues with um first when you're first starting? I don't know. I never played the original Overwatch.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare
Looks like we have
accordingly for
4
further
flashlights.
investigation. Nothing to report, but it looks like you have
Uh,
left in a hurry.
Trying
well,
out the walkie. Can you hear me?
yeah, I could hear it. You sound different through it.
As you.
I got my I got my heart rate set up for my watch for this. Kind of excited.
Okay, E to pick up.
Yeah, T to toggle on the flashlight.
Right click to toggle.
So I'm gonna take the EMF and I don't know what else. I'm gonna take one of the video cameras, maybe?
I threw the book on the ground accidentally.
Oh, alright. Alright, I'm gonna open up the door if you're ready. I think we have there's a timer up here. We have 5 minutes of where we won't die.
Can you wait a second?
Yeah.
I'm looking at the book for a second.
What you playing?
The journal, I guess.
It's called Phasmophobia. It's a
Is
ghost
it in
hunting
the pause
game.
menu?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking at the journal because I remember it was
Yeah.
pretty important.
Yeah. What part of the journal are you looking for? You pretty much just want to
I
use
don't
the
know, it's a lot
evidence
different.
page. Yeah. So there's the evidence page. You can select like which evidence you find, and it narrows down the ghost automatically for you. You can also like cross out evidence.
So do we automatically have the spirit because it's circled?
Yeah. What you can just click on whichever one you guess. Can you play it in VR? Yes, you can,
Okay.
which makes it even scarier. But I don't own a VR headset, so we're both kind of new to this game, so we're kind of figuring out the controls right now. We're playing it on the easiest difficulty right now, on the like easiest map. So
What's this other thing?
that's the dots projector. I'm not sure how it works exactly. You like place it down and it like projects these like green dots onto the wall. All right, you ready?
Alright, fine. There.
Now we just gotta walk around and ask the ghost, "Where are you?" See if any of our
Wait,
things
are we
go
not
off.
safe in the outside?
No. Why's my...
Are you there? How old are you? How old are you?
He's following me. Exorcist game I meant. I don't know what the
How
Exorcist
old are
game
you?
is. Oh, I didn't have this thing on. The EMF reader on.
How old are you? Do you have anything else to say besides how old are you?
Uh, I got a beep for a second over here.
How old are you?
You can say like, where are you? What do you
Where
want?
are you?
Give me a sign. I just heard
Oh,
something.
uh,
It's saying
you said
die.
die.
Well, that's one clue. That- That's the ghost box. So that's one evidence. I think it might be freezing temperatures also. Where are you? What do you want? I hear knocking. Oh, EMF level 5. EMF level 5, if you didn't hear me.
Yep, I heard you. Copy.
I think it's the twins. Do we not have a thermometer?
What all do we need to know between the other? Why do you think it's the twins?
I think it's EMF level 5, spirit box, and freezing temperatures. Because I thought I was seeing my breath. But I don't think we have a thermometer, so we can't confirm that. If you're looking for a game for like shooter and horror, recommend Resident Evil. Very good game. 2, 3, and Village are good Resident Evil games. I've played 7. I really like 7. I've watched some of Village, and I think some of 2. I don't know anything about 3. And I think I heard 4 is coming out soon, or it's in process. I think I have another horror game I might play tomorrow, a newly released game. It's still got 1 minute save time left.
I don't know if I got anything. I did the camera.
Oh, you got the camera? Try taking a place of the ghost. 3 takes place during Resident Evil 2. Does it? Well, I'm pretty sure it's the twins. So unless you want to stick around, I think we should leave.
What else could it be?
Nothing.
Alright, fine.
We'll see if I'm right. You ready?
All we gotta do is just have it marked in our book, right?
Yeah, have it circled. Yeah.
Alright.
We didn't even get to the dangerous part yet.
Welcome back.
It was. We got $10. Oh wait, no, we got $60. Level
Looks
up.
like we were right.
We got 2 new levels. Sunny Meadows. Daily discover the ghost type.
A dub's a dub.
All right. Do you want to do a harder difficulty or just a
Why were
different map?
you suspended in midair?
I don't know.
A dub is a dub, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can figure out. I have 5 strung flashlights now.
Well, we had a bunch.
Yeah. Oh, the number on the left is how many you own, and the number on the right is how many you're adding.
I guess. Guess that makes some sense.
Yeah, I just tried adding stuff. I have no idea if I did it right. Which level?
I added a thermometer, but I don't
I
see it.
I also tried to add one. It might not show up.
It's not even
Maybe
on
not
the equipment
everything.
list.
Yeah, maybe not everything shows up there. I think I did add one though. I don't know.
My
Let's
game has
let's.
me like perma crouched.
What does hitting C do? It might be toggle crouch.
C stands me up, and then when I hit the forward button, it puts me right back down.
Uh, I don't know what to say about that. You still have your controller plugged in? Is there a crouch button on the controller that's getting held down? I don't know. Which map do you want to do? I'll let you pick. Yeah, mine just toggle the crouch.
Even on the controller, it's the same issue.
You weren't having. You just started having that problem in the lobby?
Yes.
Maybe just disconnect and reconnect. Leave the lobby and come back. I think walking up to that door triggers this.
Alright, that fixed it.
Play takes 2 with
Can you hear me?
Murrdadog. Yeah, I can hear you. I want to play It Takes Two. The problem is Murrdadog has already played it, so I need to find someone else to play with who has not played it already. Are you holding like the walking button while looking at the TV screen? Because your character is just like
No, but
constantly
that's what
walking.
that's what yours was doing.
Okay. Also, I want you to walk up to this
Thought you said
door.
they cleaned this game up.
Well,
What do you want me to do?
I want to see if something happens when you walk up to this the door over here. Look through that window in the door.
That's terrifying.
Oh, did that? Okay. That's what happened to me earlier, but you didn't see it. It was just on my end, and I'm not seeing what's happening to you. You see like the
How do I
circle now?
undo this shit?
Oh, you walk in the middle of it. Actually, I don't think there
Well,
is a
that
way
was
to.
terrifying.
I don't think there is a way to undo it. But there's like a little like person standing in that room off to the right if you look just right.
I don't know if I see anyone.
It's pretty dark.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Or something.
Yeah. What? Select which map you want to play next.
So we can play Cornhole?
Try to. Oh no. Alright. Alright, I'm picking a map. Let's
I made one.
do... Or we could just hit random. There's a random button now.
Are you upstairs?
If you press spacebar, you can just like go straight to the menu. So that's what I did. You ready to start? Clicking it. Oh, did we get the same one? I think we got the same one.
Right. Check the equipment. Get
We did.
before investigating.
We got 3 thermometers. We got 4 flashlights.
And it looks like they left in a hurry.
That. The ghost's name is Heather Dixon. Alright, you ready?
Alright, ready when you are.
I'm ready.
Are you there?
Actually, this might be a different one, actually.
Where are you?
Stop following me.
Where are you?
It's following me.
What's your name? Where are you? Where are you? What's your name? How old are you?
Give me a sign. Where are you? are you? What do you want?
Help.
What?
Nothing.
What? Is my heart rate still working? My watch just vibrated. I think it stopped on me. No, it's still working. Where are you? Give me a sign.
Where are you? How old are you?
I didn't know you could actually walk in these tents.
Where are you?
Are you in this tent? Heather Dixon, where are you? Well, I'm not getting anything so far.
Bathrooms.
What?
You check the bathrooms.
No? Where are you?
Checked and I didn't get anything.
Yeah,
I checked the whole.
I'm getting nothing so far. Make sure you're using the walkie-talkie when you're far away from me.
I'm changing to the thermometer.
I'm holding one of those right now.
Oh, you don't have. I thought you had the EMF.
I have both. You can hold two things.
Oh.
Though I'm mostly using the EMF, but I've been switching to the thermometer every once in a while. Where are you? Give me a sign.
I thought you could only get one.
What do you want?
I thought that's how it was, right?
You can hold 3 items, with your flashlight being one of them. What do you want? Where are you? Show me a sign. I think... So I was playing by myself that one time, and there was like a phone in one of these campers that I heard like vibrate. So yeah, there's a phone in here. So like look out for phones going off or something. Show me a sign.
It's not below freezing, but it did get a little bit cooler than that.
How cold?
Like 3 degrees. Although
That
here's
might
what it
be
is
something.
everywhere.
I'm getting like 11. Well, uh, which one was it 3 in?
Both of them, honestly.
Are you in Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Celsius. How do I change it?
I'm not sure. I'm in Celsius too, but I'm not getting 3 anywhere. I guess I'm getting like 6 or 7. I'm getting like 6 or 7. Show me a sign.
How old are you? How old are you? How old are you?
You follow me back? Look for ghost orbs. Might be hard to see with this.
Guess we don't have the blue light, the UV flashlight.
I might have picked it up and threw it on the floor on accident. We should have it.
Got anything yet?
Nothing.
In the UV light, we don't have one.
I think we do. I might have picked it up by accident and threw it on the floor.
Alright, I'm gonna go back and pick it up.
Show me a sign.
Ooh, it was pretty high activity for a second there. Your sanity is a little bit lower than mine.
Yep. I just saw something get thrown. Kind of in the back. Where I'm standing at, I saw a bowling pin got thrown. Just happened again. Oh, EMF 3. So it might be this area.
Can you hear me? Are you there? Where are you? Where are you? Can you hear me?
I got the book and the dots projector.
What does that dot projector do?
I don't know exactly, but it projects dots. I think it just said something to me.
What did it say?
I'm not sure.
Got this decimal thing.
It just told me
Got
old.
like a song. What's that green? Oh, it's a dot projector.
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works exactly, but I placed it down.
Singing something.
It's saying old.
Ball moving.
What's moving?
As if a ball was thrown.
See if I see any ghost orbs. Watch. It's updating still.
What you got there? Did you put a camera there?
Yeah. Watching for ghost orbs. I don't see anything though.
Well, my sanity's way lower than yours.
I took some whatever it's called.
Sandy pills?
Yeah. Going back out.
That's all we got Spirit Box right now?
Yep. The EMF keeps on going off, but I don't think it's been 5.
Yeah, I don't think it hit 5 either. Yeah, I'm not certain how to use that decimal thing.
Oh!
Ooh,
I just
Camera.
saw it for a second.
the camera kind of like
Oh yeah, yeah.
for a second.
I think I just did the... I don't know, I saw it for a second. I tried to take a picture, but I missed. I can't pick the EMF back up.
Really?
Yeah, look for fingerprints.
What's your name?
Try picking the EMF up. I couldn't pick it up off the table. I'll leave this camera out here, I guess.
I picked it up.
Okay. I was gonna try walking around with a bit. See if I could get it any higher than 3. So I saw the ghost for like a second, and it was like transparent. I don't know if that means it. And that's when I was holding that parabolic microphone.
It said something to me.
It's been saying stuff the whole time. Okay,
Nothing.
the camera's like glitching out for a second there. I don't know if that means anything. Also, when it's hunting, your like flashlight doesn't blink anymore, so it's harder to tell when it's hunting.
Oh, okay. I assumed I was being hunted, so I sprinted away.
Yeah, the camera
And
flashed,
the
but
sprinting is terrible.
what it's not fast enough?
No.
Hey, my photo did count as a thing. It threw this at me, it says.
Uh, is that when the ball was hitting me?
I just took a picture of the table.
Oh, okay.
So let's see. So can we rule out freezing temperatures? There's been no
Probably.
ghost writing. Fingerprints is harder to tell. I don't know how the dots projector works.
Me neither. Do any of your viewers know?
No. So many ghosts it could be.
Yeah.
Um, I'm gonna just
gonna use
keep
the
on.
thermometer again.
Yeah. Do we have? I'll put down some salt.
What do we get from that? Footprints or something?
Yeah. I was reading the Wraith doesn't like salt or something.
Well, if it doesn't like salt, let's give it to him.
Wait for it.
Wait for what?
Oh, did you not hear that? It might not work through the in-game thing.
Where are you? Think we can roll out the book? Probably.
Show us a sign.
Well, that guitar thing.
right in the book, please. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's definitely like doing stuff.
The guitar strum.
Yeah.
You got the EMF.
It's on the ground here. Oh, I just saw it, I think, on the dots projector. Maybe. I'm not sure. It was like a green
Couldn't
ghost.
tell what that was.
I think it's hunting.
What was that?
Is it done? I think it was hunting.
Oh, the gate was closed.
Is it open now?
I opened it.
Okay, yeah, I think it locks when it's hunting.
That's terrifying. Yeah, and we have level 10 in the van. My sanity was pretty low there.
Show us a sign.
Okay, if we assume that dots was one of them.
Yeah, I thought I might have saw it as I was placing it back down. It might be dead.
Cameras glitching.
I'm dead.
You there? You there, Kush?
It was fast. I tried to run and was gonna try and
That's
get in
great.
here. Alright, so let's say it was the dots. Freezing temperatures. Could be ghost writing, but it wasn't doing that. I think it might be a wraith. Or maybe a phantom? We haven't looked for fingerprints much.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Thanks for telling me you're
Ah,
leaving.
damn.
I actually was just guessing phantom. I got $122 of insurance and $1 for a photo.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. You didn't tell me you're leaving.
Leaving? What do you mean?
Yeah. You didn't tell me like over the radio that you were making a guess and leaving the map.
Oh,
You can
I
still
can
talk.
hear you.
What?
I can't talk to dead people.
You can still talk to. I can still hear you. You just can't hear me once I'm dead.
Oh. Well,
I
I
think.
didn't hear you, so.
I heard you when I died and you were asking me if I was okay and I couldn't respond.
Did you say the word dead?
As it was hunting, I said like I'm gonna die or something. I tried to run from it and run into a tent, but it got me. It was fast. I don't know if that's something of a phantom.
Yeah, hang on. Let's see here. I had it down to 2. I had it down to Phantom and Yokai. And I said dots and Spirit Box. But it
It was,
was down to
it was
Ghost Orb or
fingerprints.
Fingerprints. Oh, had you
Yeah.
seen the fingerprints?
No, but we didn't check for
Okay.
that too much.
Did you know if you click twice, you can, like, say, no, it's not that?
Yeah. Yeah, you can cross it out. Yeah.
I don't feel like you could do that on the old game.
No, you couldn't. Alright, so well, all the items I brought, I guess I lost. That's fine.
That was part of the reason I wanted to get out of there. Sandy was really low, and I didn't see the point of staying out there.
You could have just took a sanity pill.
Did we have any of those left?
Yeah. We had 3 of them. I only took 1, so I don't know what I'm adding. I'm just using up all my money. Get this list.
I added a motion sensor.
Yeah. I don't get, like, what's a 0 out of 1? I still don't get this menu. I don't know what I've added and what I've not added. Alright, do you want to do random again or pick one?
Maybe pick one.
Which one do you want?
Maybe 13 Willow Street.
Good enough for me. I think some of these places have like pumpkins you can pick up as like collectibles too. By the way.
The ones.
I think got cut off.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before investigating.
Joseph Corrado.
I've got a report that suggests a possible ghost sighting.
I'm trying not to bring so many flashlights and video cameras, but what is this thing down here? Is that the motion sensor? Or is that the motion sensor?
Let me know when you're ready.
You can go whenever.
All we need is an EMF reader to go off to get one of the challenges.
I'm holding it.
So if we say
Yeah, I think that angers the ghost, maybe. I know certain other key phrases the ghost responds to or something. I
You
think
there?
saying, can you not hear me? Hello?
Yo,
Can,
Cash.
can you not hear me? Hello?
Now I can hear you.
Okay. That was weird. Um, was I quiet the whole time? Because I was trying to talk to you.
You were quiet the whole time.
Okay. Then I have to repeat everything I was saying.
Good.
I'm ready when you are.
I said that already.
Yeah, and I told you I'm ready to go. Open it up, but you didn't hear me.
Old news. I wonder what this key does.
You have to grab it to unlock the like front door or front gate or whatever. I've been picking it up. I was gonna let you do it this time.
Alright, fine. There's always rain.
Horse. Alright, where are you? Are you in the kitchen? Are you in the bathroom? Do I have to turn on... Oh wait. EMF 2... Kind of in this doorway. It's like right in the doorway. I don't know if it's this whole room or like this area right outside the room.
It went away.
Yeah. Where are you at? Up, the computer monitor's just turned on. I think it's the room. I'll throw the EMF on the bed.
How do you open the book?
Forget. It might have been F or right click or... I had to press multiple buttons before I figured it out. Grab some more stuff from the truck.
I still can't figure out this book.
Keep on... I think I like crouched on the ground and then pressed a bunch of buttons. I don't remember which one it was. If you can't figure it out by the time you get in there, just throw it on the ground and I'll try it. I think it might be F. That's what it was for the dots. Let me put down a video camera somewhere.
You're right.
Right in the book, please. This dots projector doesn't seem to be working very good there. If you want to, yeah, if you want to place it on the ground, you have to crouch. That was the issue. I put one in there.
Oh, you already did. Do you have a spirit box in there?
I think you had that.
I did not.
Now you have it. I have a thermometer on the bed in there.
I left an EMF reader in there.
Do we have the parabolic microphone?
I didn't put it in there.
Okay. That's one of the challenges. I don't think we brought one though. I got a camera to take some pictures of the ghost.
How old are you? How old are you?
I did that. I don't know if it matters if we have the light on or not. Show us a sign. Please write in the book. Please do the EMF thing. Whoa, I think I might have just saw my breath.
-9, -7.
Okay, it says freezing temperatures. Do we have anything else yet? That's the first one.
Let me see.
Where are you?
That does rule out a lot.
Just the one?
Do you have the ultraviolet flashlight with you?
Yeah, I'm holding it.
Because you there?
Sorry, I did the local. Yeah, I have it. I'm holding it. I don't see any fingerprints yet. I think the fingerprints don't last forever. I think it might be like 5 minutes and then they disappear. And you kind of have to wait for them to interact with an object. So they might not appear right at the beginning either.
Gotcha. We did get the find evidence of the paranormal with an EMF reader.
Yeah. I took a picture of the monitors too. I don't know if that's anything.
We got a parabolic mic.
Do we?
Try it out. We have a mic.
Is it the parabolic one?
Is this one?
No,
Parabolic?
I think it's that other one that's kind of bigger. Has like the big dish on it. I don't know what that is. I'll look for ghost orbs for a second. I took the UV flashlight back to the truck with me. My bad.
Why'd you do that?
I want to check some of the doors outside the room, and then I kind of just came back to the truck.
Just put a sensor in there. Also, I turned off the light. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm watching the camera right now. You hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I thought maybe my push to talk wasn't working.
It was really going off there.
The EMF?
Didn't look like level 5 though.
I just heard a beep on the motion sensor, I think. Sound sensor.
You can see the motion sensor I've got in there.
I don't I don't know if we need to be in there for like stuff to happen.
The ghost activity is up.
Okay. I'm not seeing any ghost orbs. I don't know how long you have to watch for. I think it,
Motion sensor just went off.
yeah, I saw like something on the camera. It got like brighter. I'm not sure what I was seeing though.
Oh, just turn. Oh, you
That was me.
you turned your night vision.
I don't know if that was the dots. I don't think you can see the dots projector on the... Well, maybe you can see it on the... Maybe I always saw the dots projector on the camera. Because it was like a big white blur. And in the night vision, the green just looks like white. Oh, oh, I think that's just the motion sensor lighting up. Motion sensor's going on and off. But no, I don't see anything. No ghost writing still?
Nope, but he did say old.
Oh. Alright, so I think we're looking for ghost writing, fingerprints, or EMF. It's not going to be the other ones. So I'll go back with the flashlight.
Solid chance that it's EMF. You're setting off our motion sensor.
Looking for fingerprints, I don't see anything. Thinking it's probably going to be EMF.
So I'm pretty certain I know I saw 3 for EMF, and that was on the ground. I didn't get the chance to pick it up and move
think it's hunting. Maybe it's not hunting.
It's 0 right now on activity. Oh, the motion sensor.
That's me.
I don't think the first one was. Although, there's no activity in the house, so maybe it was you. It's going, motion sensor went off.
I'm coming back. I left the UV flashlight in there, in like the doorway.
Alright. I feel like I would have saw fingerprints. It keeps turning on and off the computer. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know. Uh-oh. Where'd you, did it get you?
Here.
No? Okay. Still alive?
I am so sorry. Please don't do that.
What did you do?
Colleen started turning the lights on and off.
Oh. Oh, did nothing even happen in the game?
I saw it.
Huh. Hey, you got the have a member of your team witness a ghost event. You can take some sanity pills.
I am so sorry for screaming like a... Did you hear me scream?
I heard you. I don't know.
I'm gonna see if they have pictures of these things.
Pictures of what?
The ghosts.
I don't think. No. I think
Might
what
tell
the
you what it
ghosts
looks
look like. No, I think what it looks like is random and it's not consistent at all. I think it's probably gonna be the twins. That's the EMF level 5. Going back in. Actually, I'm gonna take some sanity pills first. back to 100.
I might be done after
You, mu-
that.
you, you got another one in you.
God, that was terrifying. That's me, a scaredy cat.
Ghost is talking to me.
Hey, do you think it might use the dots projector?
I don't think it can be.
You're right.
Hey,
The ghost was in the hallway, though. I don't know if that makes any difference.
I didn't know it was in the hallway. Oh, is that where you saw it?
Yeah.
Well, that's where the EMF was going off, was like right in the hallway.
Let's turn that computer off, like, on a bunch of times.
Like turned on a radio. I don't know, I can't get it to do anything. It can't be the dots projector because that rules out everything. I guess it could be ghost orbs still.
You see anything?
Not yet. I'm leaning towards EMF right now, but I don't really know.
I agree with that.
And I don't know if this is anything, but I thought I heard like 2 different voices in the spirit box. And if it is EMF, then it's the twins, which I guess means it's 2 different ghosts.
The twins, when I read it, it had something about 2 different ghosts.
Yeah.
It says,
Well, I thought I heard 2 different voices in the spirit box, but I don't know if that means anything. Like one was like an older sounding ghost, and the other one was like a lot younger or something. Oh,
I think it's probably EMF level 5.
either take a guess and do another one, or we investigate more.
Ugh, your call.
I was leaving it up to you. I'm just saying we can't stop on a guess.
We can't stop on it. Oh,
We have to play another one if we guess and just leave.
God. Alright, fine, I'm going in.
Okay. You don't want to do another one.
I had to get up really early. On Tuesday,
Now,
just screamed like a little girl.
now you're making up excuses.
I mean, those are facts.
You need to make a clip of you screaming.
Armed with only a crucifix.
I'll keep you safe. Are you coming back already?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm
Not
coming.
yet.
I'm
Not
coming
yet,
in
terrified.
with you. I got another camera, so I can look for more ghost orbs. Check the hallway for them.
Freezing temperatures.
Yeah, we know about that one.
I'm playing around with the EMF a little bit.
Yeah, I always got it
I got
more. I was always getting the EMF kind of in the doorway.
Got it up to 2.
I feel like I hear it like opening a door or something.
He said old again.
Yeah, I've been hearing that. Still don't see any fingerprints.
What is that light that goes off?
That's the motion audio sensor triggering. Thing you put on the wall.
Our Sandy's went down significantly.
I don't know if that's normal or not.
I think it's way more active now than it was like at the beginning of the game.
I definitely don't see any ghost orbs. And I checked again for fingerprints. I didn't see those. So I think we can probably rule both of those out. We haven't had any ghost writing. That that rules everything out except for EMF, basically. Alright.
It's 5.
Alright.
That was terrifying.
It might be it
honest-
only goes to 5 while it's like hunting you.
It was like, okay, to be honest, it got up to 4. I don't,
Oh, it was not 5?
I mean, it was like heart beating and thing was like hunting me or something.
And you
I
panicked?
saw it go up to 4.
Well, I think we can probably rule out the other things. Or at least we've been watching. We have not gotten fingerprints, ghost writing, or ghost orbs. Alright, let's do the twins and call it.
What?
Can you not hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Did you hear me say let's just guess EMF? Do the twins?
Sorry, I was talking to Colleen.
Trying to scare you?
I will let you go in there if you want with the EMF, but I'm pretty certain it's EMF.
Alright, let's do EMF. You ready?
No.
Well, hurry up. Mark the twins.
Alright, I'm ready now.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Well, we were wrong.
At least we got $20. What was it? It was, It was ghostwriting.
That thing never did ghostwriting. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm reading the items, like thing in the journal.
You there, cuz?
Can you not hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Now I can.
Some reason the push to talk likes to like not work. I gotta like release it and repress it.
How is it ghostwriting?
I guess we didn't have the book in the right spot or something. I don't know.
We had it in Grand Central Station.
Well, we got time for another one.
Ugh,
You don't want to?
I don't think I gotta wake up really early tomorrow, and I woke up early
Aye.
today, and I had a late
Yeah,
day.
sounds like you're just making excuses.
But I will say, this was a good foot in the water day, and I think
We're playing on amateur.
that's why I said foot in the water. I
Um,
feel like amateur's foot. I don't think it's toe because I still feel
let's see.
scared.
There's amateur, intermediate, professional, nightmare, and then custom modes.
I was about to say, how is there something harder than nightmare? And but you just were like, oh, it's just custom mode. Ooh, Cash, you missed.
Yeah.
You said you don't have Snapchat.
No.
Do you have it? Cause I'm pretty sure someone
I've
in
had
it
it.
that's
I've
on
had
it.
it in the past, but I don't
Yeah,
use it.
Cash underscore money D. Is that not you?
That's probably me. I don't use it though.
Do you have it on your phone or no?
No, no.
Okay. Let me send you the vid that I sent to everyone in the Snapchat.
Do I need um audio for this?
Did you get the video yet?
Yeah, yeah,
Are you watching it now?
yeah. What was that about? What's that about? What was that about?
You, I guess you probably couldn't hear. I was talking the whole time. Could you hear me at
No,
all?
I cannot hear you at all.
No.
You're
It was
quiet.
the guy that tried to grift us out of $750.
You talking about the Airbnb?
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
He said that we broke his pool table,
Yeah. And did
and we
I
won the
guess
appeal.
okay, gotcha. So the
And so
30 days was up.
I was telling everyone that they now had 50 extra dollars because of that.
50. What do you mean? Why did I get 50 extra dollars for
It's $50 that was gonna go to him, and now it's yours. So I'm trying to get everyone to
uh, but it was never
do
gonna go to
something
him
with it.
because he lied. So harder difficulties, the ghost can change what room it's in.
So I mean, it's clear that it's more polished, but it doesn't still seem to be that
I think it's because we're
big.
playing on amateur. The other difficulties, like, I think the fuse, the power starts off, and you have to turn on the fuse box. There's like these cursed objects that we didn't do anything with that you have to use, and
Alright, I apologize, but I think it's Betty time.
all right. Um, yeah,
Alright, cause ugh, we are well into the scary, spooky times.
yeah, it's
And our birthdays are coming up too.
yeah, it's Monday. I saw that the Bengals play on
Monday Night
Halloween.
Football.
Yeah, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that until today.
It's for my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hope they pull it out for us.
Yeah, well,
Alright, guys.
let me know if you want to stream anything over the weekend. If not, then I guess I'll see you Tuesday.
Alright, that sounds good.
All right, then.
Alright. See ya, Kazoo.
See ya.
Bye bye.
All right. Now what do I do? I don't really want to play by myself. guess I'll just stop my stream too. I don't know, I was thinking about maybe switching to a different game. I think I'm gonna try a different scary
Welcome
game
back. There's
tomorrow.
some jobs ready for you.
A newly released game. Don't know too much about it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, I could switch to a different game though. Battery still. My watch is at 25% battery now. It was at 75 when I started, so and I've been live for about 2 hours. So I don't know if my heart rate ever got that high. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna stop here for now. So, yep. See ya.
Bye bye.
End the stream. Bye bye.